Hello there, everyone. Welcome once again to our 2017 Geico Rock and Roll Las Vegas Marathon and Half Marathon Expo. We are live at the Expo with Joe from the Marathon Show.
And how are you? It's good. She's been doing so many interviews. I should interview you this time.
Yeah, right.
That's what people expect from me.
No, this is what you, but I know this is what you do. Well, here, we can trade off a little bit.
Back and forth here.
So you are famous for the Marathon Show. You can hold up the sign. I'm sure a lot of people have seen you out there for several years, but you took a little break the last couple of years.
Well, the Marathon Show, it was a lot of travel, a lot of running, and as everybody knows, I would produce the show while I ran the marathons and the half marathons. It just got to be a little bit too much for me. I took a break, and then, of course, with Route 91 Harvest, the tragedy that took place, I got to talking to your public relations team, and I just thought, I've got to be in Las Vegas to help make it a better weekend, and that's why I'm here. So it's an encore marathon show performance.
So your show is literally on the pavement, running the miles alongside the participants. And when we were talking earlier about, everything from the skunks and the potholes to the memorial miles that we have along the way.
Right.
This race, the route is going to be particularly momentous. I mean, there's going to be that first 2.5 miles where we're going to run past where that Route 91 Harvest show was.
Right.
And you wanted to come back for this, and what is your feel so far from the weekend, and what do you think you're going to get out there?
Well, there's nothing like the pounding of 40,000 people on the pavement to just thump life back into a city and help Las Vegas recover and earn its way back. It's one of America's great cities, and for me to be here is just a special privilege. And obviously to spend it here with my friends at Rock and Roll Marathons is very special for me. I'm looking forward to being out there with everybody.
Now you're going to be there alongside the participants, taking in the excitement, the feel of this event.
I'll be out there.
You've done this before. How do you explain this particular event in Las Vegas to people when they ask you about the event?
Well, the Strip at night, people know, they know the Las Vegas Strip, and if they've been to Las Vegas, and most everybody has, they understand that closing down the Las Vegas Strip is no small thing. And so when you're running down the Strip, and so you've got 40,000 runners with you, and then about a couple million people on the sidewalk cheering for you, it's one of the most unbelievable parties and events you could ever be at. It's really a lot of fun. It's a special event, and thanks to Rock and Roll Marathons for making it so special, and the city of Las Vegas for opening up their streets to us to be able to get out there and enjoy it so much.
So I love the idea that you do this show, and obviously a lot of people do. You have, how many people do you say you think you're going to anticipate listening to the show this weekend?
This will be probably about 50 or 60,000 people will listen to this show.
How did this idea come to you?
Wow, that's a great question.
I mean, I know we all think a lot while we're running. But
I had written a book, a business book, and I was promoting it with a podcast. And I simultaneously started a show for marathon runners because I thought there was something out there. And then I went to a start line of a race one time, and I was interviewing people at that race. And I thought, I should just go out there and run the race and do it while I'm out there. So I took a microphone and a bad recorder with me. I ran 26 miles. And it was
gold.
And I think that first one it might have been Carlsbad, not far from you down in San Diego County. And so I ran it, and it took off, and people liked it, and it got to be an event and a thing. And then I just traveled all over the United States running races and having a lot of fun. And as you said, telling the stories of people that are out there. And there's so many great stories. What brings people to a marathon is remarkable because everybody comes here for a different reason. And they have a different story, and they're here with a different idea and different goals. And I tell all those stories. And I tell many more stories while I'm out there on the course.
Right, well, because as you mentioned, it's real time.
Real time.
You can't imagine the stories that happen before you that you can't make up.
No. Like I'll never forget one time I saw a cranky runner got mad at a volunteer for not getting the water to him. And this is like a 4-hour marathoner, right? This is not the elite guys. And he threw the water on the volunteer.
No.
He did. And I got it all on tape. And it was just so hilarious. And it was great. So there's that kind of thing. Or a skunk. Or a pothole. Or the beautiful scenery. Or the people's amazing stories where they're fighting back or fighting through. or what brought them to the start line, and then especially, of course, what gets them to that finish line. Those are all great stories that I love to tell and be out there on the course and have a lot of fun.
Well, I think this particular race is going to have so many. There are always so many great stories, but it's going to have a very different feel. And so I'm so pleased to know that you're going to be out there, kind of amongst the people getting it, because we get feedback here and there, and we can see what we see. But this is going to be very, very fun to hear what you find. Real time down there, talking to people. Hopefully getting a chance to talk to some Las Vegas residents, because I know this is so special and so important to them. To be able to get out there and run 13 miles, 26 miles, whatever it may be, it'll be a lot of fun for me. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me. No, this is going to be good. All right, everybody, make sure you can find the Marathon Show, various locations, iTunes. Yeah, iTunes, Stitcher. Okay. The Marathon Show on Facebook. It's easy to find. Everybody knows where it is. All right, so maybe for those of you who are out there and you want to see from Joe's perspective all the things that he sees, and for those of you who can't join us this year, what a great way to really kind of get a pulse. And like you guys, we're going to thump our way, and we're going to 40,000 strong, going to be out there helping Las Vegas heal after all this. So thanks for being there, Joe. Thank you, Ann. Good to see you. We appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. All right, we'll be back with a few more guests at our 2017 Geico Rock and Roll Las Vegas Marathon and Half Marathon Expo.